Hey guys, before we start the show, I want to tell you two things. Number one, go to iankellogg.com. iankellogg.com. You have until the end of day, Monday, December 5th, to take 20% off your entire order using coupon code CYBERJOHNWEEK. That's right, CYBERJOHNWEEK. And yes, guys, you only have like one more day. Okay, end of day, Monday, December 5th. That's it. No more sale. This is a great chance to stock up on John's Arcade branded cap kits and parts kits. And yes, these are the highest quality kits out there. I'm not kidding. And also, you're supporting the show. So coupon code CYBERJOHNWEEK at iankellogg.com until end of day, Monday, December 5th, 20% off your entire order. And number two, go to johnsarcadeshirt.com. Guys, the Teespring campaign is ending on December 8th. So if you want a t-shirt, you gotta go there and order it now because we're running out of time. So once the campaign's over, that's it. The shirts are not available. Go to johnsarcadeshirt.com. We have women's sizes, kids sizes, men's sizes. There's sweatshirts, there's t-shirts, there's even coffee mugs this year. So go to johnsarcadeshirt.com until December 8th. And yes, this is also a tremendous way to support the channel. johnsarcadeshirt.com. All right, guys, let's get on with the show. Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today, guys, on this episode of John's Arcade, well, guys, this is like part number 5 or 6 or something, I don't even know, of the Mortal Kombat 2 restoration, and yes, we're gonna go back to the garage and attempt to fix that POLO, that 25-inch POLO monitor, because guys, we can't do anything really with this game until we have a working monitor, and honestly, I'm dreading it. I'm really dreading this. My confidence level is getting really low with this monitor. I'm not gonna lie. And it's been a few weeks, so we're gonna go to the garage, we're gonna work on that monitor and see what happens. We're gonna install a new hot, because in the last video we blew the hot up, right? So I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's go to the garage and work on it. And then also in this video, I wanna check in on the hangar, yeah? Because we have John and Jay's Arcade now at the Hangar Bar and Grill in Amherst. And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of go there in this video and just see what's going on, because it's Saturday here. So we just had our first big Friday, and I'm wondering if the games have held up, because I really don't know. And it's a little scary. I've been losing sleep at night thinking about these games in the wild. So that'll be fun. So anyway, enough of that, guys. Let's just go to the garage and let's get to work on the Mortal Kombat. And then at some point here, I want to take it right over to the hangar. So anyway, all right, guys, let's go to the garage. All right, guys, we're back in the garage, and yes, it feels very good to be back in the garage, because, guys, we have been gone. It's been a couple weeks, actually. It feels like forever, because, you know, we were in Chicago. We did some fun videos out there with Greg from Arcade Impossible. Go back and watch the Stern Factory Tour and also the Raw Thrills Tour. It was a lot of fun. And then also, well, the last week for me really has been all about John and Jay's Arcade at the Hangar Pub and Grill. Guys, I've been there every single night fixing things. J2, you know, coin mechs and games were dying left and right, but right now everything's working pretty well. And actually, maybe in this video when we're done out here, we'll go over to the hangar and see what's going on, because I want to take a look at the Mortal Kombat 2. But anyway, I'm really glad to be back here in the garage, because guys, we need to get Mortal Kombat 2 working and in the basement, because that's kind of my plan here now. Okay, so I'm recognizing that we are running out of time. It's December, guys. In a week or two, it's gonna be like negative 10 degrees. We're not gonna be able to work out here. So my hope right now is to get this game working 100%, get it presentable, you know, fix the coin door, wire it up, put a power supply in there, get the monitor working, get it playable, and get it in the basement before the snow comes. And we can slide it right into the spot where Street Fighter was, because yes, Street Fighter is at the hangar right now. So that's my hope. So we're gonna start in this video here by working on the monitor. And then also, I want to address one thing, because pole position 2 is gone. And a lot of you guys actually asked me, how did I fix it? Okay, because right now it's at the hangar. So basically what I did, the day we were moving the games, Jay was running a little late. I'm like, okay, fine, I got some time. Let's go to the garage and quickly try to get the pole position 2 fixed. So basically I pulled out the power supply, the AR2 power supply, and the resistor R29 was burnt up. And if you look at the AR2 power supply, right here is resistor R29, okay? And this thing goes when the voltages get too high, because the AR2 power supply is like a sensing power supply, and it's kind of monitoring the voltages at the board, and if it senses the voltages are low, it starts turning these voltages up, okay? but it can get to a point where it's turning them up so much that that the board's in danger. So it kind of as a safety feature, this resistor kind of catches on fire and shuts the whole thing down. It's almost like a fuse in a way. And really this all happens, the voltages get too high because the edge connector, if it's dirty or burnt up, you get a lot of resistance there and the voltages start dropping. And so this thing starts turning them up and up and up. And really it can turn them up so high that it can damage the board. But before it does that, this resistor blows up and takes the whole thing down. So anyway, I pulled the AR2 out. Sure enough, this resistor was burnt up. Actually, the one I removed is right here. You guys can see it. This is the one that I removed, and it's all toasty. You see that? So I removed that resistor. I put a new one on, and then I had to look at the edge connector because why did the thing catch on fire? Well, the edge connector was all burnt up. So you guys saw in one of my older videos, I did like a pole position bulletproof video that showed you guys how to do the jumper mods, where you basically jumper the 5 volts and the ground wires over the edge connector, just basically avoid the edge connector and jumper them to the test points at 5 volts and ground on the board, basically bypassing the edge connector, removing it from the equation. And so basically I did just that on the pole position. Actually, Ian Kellogg made kind of a prototype bulletproof harness that basically allows you to jumper the 5 volts in the ground over the edge connector to the test points with spade connectors, but it doesn't require any kind of hacking. So I used that harness. Took me about 10 minutes to install it. And then also I threw a Dallas NV RAM on there to save the high scores. I put the pole position on the default dip switch settings, turned it on, and the game fired up right away. And it's been working ever since at the Hangar nonstop, knock on wood. That game's actually doing pretty well. People are playing that game a lot. But you know, the Hangar is open till 1 a.m. every night. And so that's a risky game to put in there because pole position has a really bad reputation, but so far the work I did is good, and the game's been really reliable, and I think it's actually getting played quite a bit. So anyway, maybe we'll go over later and take a look at it. And then also at some point here, the Xenophobe I think is going to go to the Hangar next. That should take me a weekend to get ready. I got to paint the rust and put those speakers in and fix the control panel because it's falling apart. But I think that would be a good game at the bar. So anyway, what are we doing in this video? Well, the one thing I really want to do here is I want to put a new hot in the Polo, okay? So here's our Hantarex Polo 25-inch monitor. This is the monitor for the Mortal Kombat that we've been working on nonstop for the past few weeks. And we can't seem to fix it. The thing is going into shutdown, okay? So we've installed a cap kit on it, we put a new flyback on it, we put a new hot on it, and it's still going in shutdown. Well, actually, the last video, we installed the new flyback. Actually, we tested the hot, okay? And the hot was testing good, I think, right? Was it? It was at some point, okay? The hot was testing good. We put a new hot in, and it was testing fine. But then we put the new flyback on, and I think no, I remember now how it went down. Okay, so we replaced the hot, okay, with the original flyback, okay? And then we tested it, and the monitor was still in shutdown. I realized I didn't have an insulator on the hot, so we installed an insulator. And then we tested it, and then the monitor was still in shutdown. Then I tested the hot, and the hot was bad. The new hot was bad. So then I replaced. So my theory is this, is that the old flyback took out the new hot, okay? So we replaced the flyback, and we have yet to test the new flyback with the new hot. We only tested the old flyback with the new hot, and I think the old flyback killed the new hot. Well, anyway, long story short, I didn't have another hot, so we had to stop the last video. So Ian Kellogg at iankellogg.com sent me another hot. So we're gonna start this video replacing the hot, putting a brand new one in again with the new flyback, and we're gonna see if we actually finally fix this stupid monitor, and if it doesn't fix the monitor, well, I don't know what to do. I really don't. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what else to possibly do here. So anyway, let's just kind of get to work. I have the soldering iron heating up here. Actually, let me take my coat off. It's getting hot in here. All right, so let's get to work here. So I have the chassis already out, and then you'll see here that we, where's the hot go? Right here. So we have a little insulator in here, which we didn't have initially because the original part was self-insulating and the new part is not. So we needed to install a little sill pad right here on the wall. And so let's get our new hot. And you can see right here, the back of this one is metal, so we need to insulate it from the frame. All right, just like that. And then this is gonna take a second to install. There's only one way this can go on. And just like so. And then we just gotta make sure that the metal is not touching metal against this back wall. So let's kind of turn this over here and just kind of solder that in place. Okay, so the center pad is mostly there. And then I had a little wire that I was using to jumper it. So I gotta kind of just carefully do that. This thing's in crooked. Hang on. So I just heated the solder up and then just kind of pushed the transistor up so it's square, and it is now. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that center pad. And I'm gonna have to just make sure my little jumper wire that I installed is making contact. And it's not. Okay. So I have a little wire here. Let me grab my those pliers. And I'm using to jumper. It's just a little lead from a capacitor. And I'm just using this basically to jumper the middle leg to the back pad because it's blown out. And it's kind of tricky here to get in here. All right, let me just play with this here. This is actually kind of hard to do here. All right. Got it back there. So I'm going to go ahead and just solder it to the middle and I'll be right back. All right, so we got it on here. I cut away because it was just tedious. It was going to take me like forever to do this. And basically I just had that little wire in there going from this middle leg to that back pad right there. And that's going to just kind of overcompensate for the wire wheel for the missing pad. And okay, so let's go ahead and cut this. Actually, there's this little clip here that I should probably put back on. And this thing kind of snugs up the transistor to the back wall. So I have to figure out how to put this in here. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. Get there. There, it's in. Okay, good. All right, so the little clip's on the back wall right there. See it? Okay, so let's go ahead and trim the legs. And I do want to take my multimeter and just do some continuity tests to make sure my little jumper mod there is good. The multimeter is in my little tool bag here that I bring to the bar. Okay, let's go continuity beat. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of double check my work here. So I'm going on the top of the transistor leg back to this pad. And then this goes here. This goes over here. And so this whole thing goes to this pad, which goes over. I'm just trying to follow this pad here and maybe see if we can test it somewhere else. Actually, this goes nowhere but to here. All right, so that's good. And then if we do the center leg to the frame, it shouldn't beep. And if it does, It doesn't. So the center leg here goes to the back of the transistor, the metal part. And so if I do continuity to the metal part of the frame to the center leg and it doesn't beep, that means that the sill pad is working and it's not shorted. So, all right, so let's put this back together and give it a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the monitor back together just like we did in the other videos 50,000 times. So, and then we'll test this thing in the Turtles cab. All right, the monitor's over here. So let's see what's going on. Let's plug it in. I have to tell you, I have my confidence level is low, and my confidence has been abused by this monitor. So I just don't know what's going to happen here. I don't, and I'm fully prepared for it not to work. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about it. But here we go. We're going to plug it in. Ready? And we better hear some HV. Actually, before I turn it on, I just want to double check, make sure everything's plugged in. Nothing looks weird. Remote board, neck board. All right, here we go. Ready? I just heard a... I hate this stupid thing. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Wait, is it on? No, it's not on. We blew the hot again. I know we did. I heard it. I heard it. Is it an HV shutdown? Let's listen. Is the neck... Yeah, it's still ticking. It's still an HV shutdown. What the... I just don't know. I really, really don't know. Caps, flyback, hot. We tested all of those parts in the previous video. Boy, I'm at a loss here. We're gonna have to research this because I don't know where else to look. I bet you we blew up that hot again. I want to pull the hot out. I just want to test it real quick. Something tells me that we smoked it again. I just have a weird feeling that we did. So I'm going to put this back on the bench. Let's see what happens. All right, I just removed the hot. So I just want to test this thing to see what's going on. Here's my little cheat sheet here. So this is an MPN. Okay, so we're going to just test this to see if it's still working. Or at least testing good. So base collector emitter. So base to emitter should be 0.45 to 0.9. It's dead. Why is this? Why are we killing these hots? What is going on? Why is this monitor eating hots? Base to emitter. Yeah, it's a dead short. Base to a collector. Short. Emitter to base. That thing is blown up. Guys, I don't know what to do right now. I need to research this heavily. I need another hot now. I need to buy like a gross of them, a baker's dozen of hots. I mean, we installed a cap kit, new flyback. We tested all of those transistors, diodes and resistors they wanted us to over here in this area. We double, triple checked all of our work. We have a short somewhere that is eating hots. Boy, this is really stumping me. And I don't feel super confident about this like I did the 6100. Like when we were stuck on the 6100, I knew I could get through it. I just knew I could. There's a lot more going on with this thing. A lot more variables. This is uncharted territory for me. I need to read up on this heavily. I also need to sit down and just go through and double check my work and make sure that I didn't really screw something up. You know, we had to resolder all this stuff here. I think I did it all right. God darn it. What is it? I'm so tempted. You know what? I shouldn't say this. I should say this. Well, actually, we got some options here, okay? So in the power drift, we have a K7000 that's in shutdown. A lot easier to fix. We could take that monitor out and use that in the Mortal Kombat 2. It is an option. It is an option indeed, and that is a Midway monitor in there. It's got the Midway sticker and everything. Okay, so that's an option. That's a nice little option for us. And also we have a working monitor in the Turtles cabinet. That's going to be out here all winter. We could take that chassis and use that with the K7000 that's in the power drift, and away we go. So, but I don't want to give up. I hate giving up. But I don't mind pivoting, okay? We can always come back to this monitor next year. I don't know. I don't really know what to do right now. I'm going to research this Cortex. I mean the Hantrax Polo. I'm going to research that and see what's going on. I need to get another hot. I need to double check my work. But I think right now we're going to stop here in the garage. Let's go over to the hangar because I want to see what's going on actually. Because last night was the first Friday, and I want to make sure the games are all working, and I also want to take a look at the voltages on the Mortal Kombat there. So, what do you guys think? You want to get out of here, take a break from the garage for a second? I know we didn't do a ton today, but you know, I'm at the end of my rope with this stupid monitor, and I don't have another hot. We can't even test this anymore. Why is this thing smoking hots? So weird. Anyway, all right, let's take a ride. Let's go to Amherst and see what's going on at the Hangar Pub and Grill. Yeah, John and Jay's Arcade. All right, guys, let's go. All right, guys, we're here. So I'm getting my tools here. And yes, this is my little tool bag here. I can leave this in. But so far, I've only needed really some simple hand tools like a screwdriver and pliers and mechs. Lots and lots of coin mechs. This is all I've been dealing with is these darn coin mechs. And I have learned so much about coin mechs since we started doing this. So like here's one I removed that was bad. It's like this little reject thing doesn't work at all. The plastic ones in general have been the best. There's a brand called Imanex that are the best of all, and I'm probably gonna be investing. Like this one here, see that sticks? So these plastic ones, I guess you can clean with hot water. With hot soapy water, it says. So I might soak some of these plastic ones because these ones actually are kind of all sticky. See that there? And I was talking to John Exedy. He says he waxes them with like pinball wax. But anyway, I have learned a lot about coin mechs since we started doing this. So the whole first like 3-4 days, that's all we were doing was replacing and tweaking and adjusting coin mechs. Anyway, let's go in and see what's going on. And today is Saturday, and so last night was our first big weekend day, which was Friday, obviously. And so hopefully everything's still working. So we're gonna kind of go in here and we just locked my car here, hang on. All right, let's go in. So like I was saying, yesterday was our first real weekend day. It was Friday, so hopefully all the games survived. And really, I'm just here to just check up on things, make sure things are still working, make sure there's no dead games. We're gonna take a peek at the Mortal Kombat because that was glitching out. I just want to test the voltages, make sure that power supply is working okay. But let's go in here. You can see the brewing operation. This is a legit brewery. This is some hardcore beer making going on. All right, let's go over here. Oh wow, a lot of people here. They're all playing pool. So the Mortal Kombat was glitching. Let's just kind of take a quick walk here. Mortal Kombat looks like it's okay. The background was all glitchy. It's not doing it right now. So Burger Time looks okay. Frogger's good. Donkey Kong's good. Punch Out looks good. This is good. All the games look like they're working. The Galaxy and the Starfield is going really fast, but I think it's because there's a speed up chip in here. I think that Jay had a board with the speed up chip, so we have to look at that. Galaga's fine. Galaga 3. Berserk. Now Berserk is still on free play. We swapped all the ROMs and it's still on free play. We cannot figure it out. Double Dragon's good. Kung Fu Master, Marvel Madness, Asteroids is good. Pole Position 2, Dig Dug. All right, everything looks like it's working still. That's good. Let's go over here and take a look at trying to just do this on the down low. All right, everything looks good, guys. So Miss Pac, Super Mario and Centipede. So, all right, I don't think there's much to do. The place is packed. I want to do a couple little spot checks on the coins. Hang on a second. All right, you guys want to check out the Pac-Man, see what it's earning. And by the way, everyone was asking me if I use my 3001 lock, and the answer is no. So that's what it looks like there for the first big week. That looks pretty good. And I plan on sharing like the data, like which games earn and which ones don't as we go along. You know, we're not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, but I'll give you guys an idea which are the best games and which are the worst. So, NBA Fastbreak is in a ball seek right now. Where's the ball? Okay, we have a problem here. Where's the ball? Let me turn it off. It really sucks I don't have a tripod. All right, so let's see what's going on with this. Something's wrong. He credited up. Locating balls. What is going on? There's a ball jam somewhere. So the game won't start. Weird. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to take off the glass and figure this out. Hang on. I have no tripod, so. All right, let me show you what I found. So this target right here, there was a piece of foam that was behind it, and that piece of foam fell out, and it went all the way down here, and it was right in here, okay, and the ball couldn't roll down this because of this little piece of foam. That's it. That's what was causing the whole game not to work. Look at that. What a simple little fix. So this little piece of foam just came off this little drop target right here. See that? Well, that's an interesting and easy fix. So, all right, I'm gonna put this back together. All right, it's all fixed. Game's fine. We'll just kind of take a peek in here real quick. So there you go. I know you guys want to know all about that stuff. So. All right, let's just kill this game. So I'm gonna have to get some kind of foam or something and reattach that, glue that on there. We'll put that on the list. I'm glad that was an easy fix. That was weird. All right, I'm just gonna turn it off. Okay, so Ghostbusters, I think it's fine. I don't think we need to play a game. All right, we were having trouble with the coin mechs on Dig Dug, so I'm gonna just take a peek in here and make sure there's quarters. I'm kind of keeping the light off because I don't want to annoy people. All right, so that's not a ton, but the quarters are going through, and it's getting play. So I think that's pretty good. I'm probably gonna put the camera down and maybe start as many of these games as possible and just make sure everything's playing okay. And just look in the coin boxes just to make sure stuff's dropping in. But it all looks pretty good. So I just dropped a couple credits in Mortal Kombat, and I think it's okay actually. Oh my god. I don't know how to play this with one hand here. Jeez. God, get away. Wow. I cannot wait to get this game in my basement. Well, it looks like it's playing fine. The graphics are fine. It was glitching out last night, so I don't know if it was a freak thing or if it gets hot, you know, later in the night. I have no idea. And then, let's see, Burger Time, I fixed those coin mechs. So I'm just curious to see if those have quarters in, if there's quarters in here. And I just want to test it real quick. Yeah, there's quarters inside. I'm just gonna drop a couple quarters through. I'm just testing the ones that we were having trouble, the games we were having trouble with before. There's that one works. And that one works. Good. Pepper button works. All right, so that's good. So let's kind of go down here. Is this exciting? Do you guys like this? Super Mario was giving me a bunch of trouble too. Maybe we should go check that because I had to really play with those coin mechs. Let's go over there. All right, I'm over here, Super Mario. I just took a couple quarters out. I just want to test this to make sure these mechs are still working. 1, 2, excellent. Because this game was giving me a lot of trouble. I spent an hour, at least an hour, taking those mechs apart, cleaning them, putting them back together, trying to get them right. And it's good. I don't know why the game's moved. The buttons all work. Good. Should maybe check Miss Pack too. All right, hang on a second. This is hard to do with one hand. All right, same deal. I'm just gonna test the mechs, make sure they're both coining up. No, that one's not. Great. All right, I'm gonna have to take that apart. Hang on. All right, let me show you guys what I found here. So this little chute here was jammed with quarters, and I pulled the mech out, and all these quarters fell out right here. So if we come in here now, they drop right through. So we should be able to put the mech back on. Good thing I checked this. Yeah, I'm trying to do this with one hand here. There, it's in. All right, let's try it again. We got a bad mech. There, that's good. Yeah, see, the coin gets stuck right in there. I think I'm gonna go to the car and grab another mech and we'll try it out. All right, let me share with you what I'm doing here. Basically, this is the mech that I removed, and I was able to test it just by dropping a quarter through it out of the game. And I do this all the time now. So you basically just take the mech and you drop it through the top, right? And what you want to happen is you want it to come out directly below where you put it in. And if it comes out over here, it's being rejected. If it comes out right here, it's not. But what was happening with this mech, this is the one I just removed, is that it's getting hung up in here. And then we're gonna replace it with this plastic one right here. So this one is working great. Okay, and the thing is though, the plastic one doesn't have these little ears. See these little tabs right here? I'll turn the light on. So see these little tabs? So I'm gonna remove all these 4 and put it on the plastic mech, and then we could pop this right into the Miss Pack. You guys see what I'm talking about? These little tabs right here? So I'm gonna remove those, they're just threaded on. We just unscrew them, and we'll screw them into this one, then we could pop this into where this was in the pack. But this one seems good. I think I removed this from one of the games in the basement, and I have been doing that. Because I'm running out of mechs that I had in the garage, so I've been taking them out of the games in the basement. So anyway, I'm going to remove these, and we'll put this in. So I'm just going to take this off right here. And hopefully these threads the same. And it is. So some of the games use these little tabs and some don't. And so this has been a big part of what we've been doing too, is just for shuffling mechs from game to game. You know, a lot of times one game will need the tabs and then we don't have it. And you have to remove it from the mech that you took out. All right, so that looks good. All right, so let's stick this guy in. That's it. It just clicks in there. And then let's test it now. It's rejecting it. This might be a bad mech. That mech is not letting the coin pass through. See, it's going through here, and then it's going to right to there. It's just automatically rejecting it. Yeah, that's a bad mech. Hang on. All right, guys, I just actually swapped out another mech. I had one more of these, so let's test it out here. 1, it's good. 2, I usually try to pass like at least 10 credits through. 3, 4. Yeah, this one's good. All right, so I think that's all fixed. All right, I'm gonna button the game up. Okay, I just tested the coin mechs on Centipede, and they're fine. By the way, Centipede is not earning, I'm telling you right now. It's a dog compared to Mario and Miss Pac. Absolute dog. All right. It's really interesting to me how Centipede is not earning at all over there. It's just not. Super Mario and Miss Pac-Man are crushing it. All right, so trying to think what other problematic games we had. With mechs, really nothing else besides Dig Dug, and that's fine. So I think we're about done here. I did have problems with Ghostbusters. I had to swap out the mech, believe it or not, and it looks like that mech is working just fine now. You see that guy putting quarters in. It's really funny, brand new coin mech out of the box, Stern Pinball, and the left coin mech was jamming up. So I had to swap it out with one of those Imanex mechs. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. I think we did everything I need to do. And I might come back later and just check on things again. We'll see, or tomorrow. All right, we're at pole position 2, and I'm just testing it. And there's a massive coin jam right here. If you guys can see it. It's not in the mech, it's actually in this area right here. So I'm gonna have to remove these screws here and get these coins out. Look at all those coins. Oh my God. So. All right, let's try it now. Now it's fine. It's cleared. All right, good. All right, I'm gonna go around and keep testing games. All right, guys, we're gonna go. I actually went through all the games, and all the coin mechs are working. There's a couple, though, that are flat out rejecting the coins. It's not holding the coin, it's not a jam. It's just that it's just instantly rejecting the coins, and I'm out of mechs. I went to my car, and all the mechs that I have with me are bad. So I'm gonna have to go home and grab some mechs out of the games in the basement. And I'll probably come back later or tomorrow morning and replace those ones that are rejecting. But overall, we're in good shape for the night. I feel confident because the games that are rejecting the coins. How you doing? There's still one more mech there to accept the coin. So I think we're okay. So, all right, guys, let's go back down to the basement. Yeah, it's dark now. All right, guys, there you have it. Yeah, that's the hangar. What do you think, huh? So, you know, it was really busy in there today. I'm not kidding. Like, during the day, it kind of shocked me. And honestly, I was having a hard time just kind of working in there. There were so many people. So anyway, yeah, it's been pretty interesting, this whole arcade thing so far. I don't regret it yet. But, you know, the CoinMax, obviously, that's my life, right? So far, I'm just grateful that the games have held up, because that bar is open till 1 a.m. Every day. That's a long time for those games to be on. And really, the biggest problem we've had so far is CoinMax. Just CoinMax. So Jay and I are going to be investing in some better CoinMax, the Imanex brand. I guess I've talked to some people, and those are the ones to get. So, and we'll also be revisiting the hangar. I need to get some kind of a tripod thing, because I'm sure the video today was a little choppy and motion sicky. What do you guys think? Do you want to see more of this hangar stuff where I could see this, though, where we start doing stuff in the garage and I have to go to the hangar to do stuff and we just kind of interrupt the video and go there? That might work, I think, because I don't want to stop doing garage stuff at all. I don't want to stop working on the games in the basement and making this the arcade that it is and will be. You know, we obviously have to fill some holes here. We have the Mortal Kombat that will go there. I'm definitely bringing the Bronco down. I want to work on that this winter. So anyway, yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Lots of coin jams. And also, I want to remind you guys, you have until tomorrow, December 5th, end of day, to take 20% off your entire order at iankellogg.com using coupon code CyberJohnWeek. That's right, CyberJohnWeek, 20% off. So stock up on cap kits. And yes, these are really, truly the highest quality cap kits. I'm not kidding. We might have some of these left too, because we were giving one of these away with every order. I'm not sure if Ian ran out or not. And these are the John's Arcade high score pads. So the intention here is for every order to get one of these, but we have a limited supply over at Ian's place. So anyway, all right, let's do also the t-shirt thing. Go to johnsarcadeshirt.com. You guys have until December 8th, and the campaign's over. So if you want to support the channel, buy a shirt. It really is the best way to support me. johnsarcadeshirt.com until December 8th. There's kids sizes, women's, men's. Great Christmas gift. The intention here is that the campaign ends and you'll get the shirts in time for Christmas if you want to use these as gifts. And then this year we have different designs. My buddy Scoots did a new one that's all hand-drawn and really cool. And then we have the classic John's Arcade logo. And also, you know, sweatshirts and t-shirts and coffee mugs. The coffee mug is pretty slick, actually. Anyway, johnsarcadeshirt.com for that. johnsarcadeshirt.com. All right, let's do some viewer mail. I actually printed out 4 of them. I feel like I haven't done a video in a long time. It's only been a week. I did a bunch of unlisted videos in between, though. If you guys follow me on Twitter, at BLKDOG7. I've been tweeting unlisted videos from the hangar. Also, we have a Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/John and Jay's Arcade, you guys can keep up with that stuff there too. Twitter, facebook.com/John and Jay's Arcade. Anyway, let's go on here. Let's do some viewer mail. If you guys want to participate in the viewer mail segment, you need to email them to me at john@johnsarcade.com. That's john@johnsarcade.com. In the subject line, put whatever you want. So, all right, first one here is from Scott. It says, putting a Sanyo 20 EZ in a pole position. All right, he says, hey, John, absolutely love all that you do on the channel. I look forward to videos each Monday. Really looking forward to your Bronco videos. Me too. That's going to happen sooner than later, because I want to get a pin right here. Anyway, going on. I built some MAME cabinets from scratch. And I got a space station pin and did a minor restore. The next project is I am slowly restoring a pole position. I got a great deal on a cabinet with a harness, a power supply, 1 AR2. I got another AR2, the board set, and recently got 2 monitors. The monitors are 20 EZ Sanyos, one with the inverter, one without. One chassis is clearly better than the other. Question is, can I install this in pole position? I know I need 100 volts for the AC in the monitor plug, and I know not to plug it into 120, but can I tap an Atari pole position power supply and get the 100 volts? I see connector J3 talks about 100 volts on the violet line. I think J3 is used for country power configuration, but if I could tap it, should it work, right? Run a wire up to an outlet and plug the EZ in. I want to check that before I test it, and then likely follow your 20EZ monitor vid to do cap kit and all. Thanks again, Scott. So Scott, you know, the Sanyo 20EZ was used on some Atari games, believe it or not. I actually had one, the Dragon Spirit. Like those Namco System 1 cabinets that Atari had, those were using Sanyo 20EZs. So you can use it with other games, but you really kind of hit the nail on the head with the big problem here is that monitor wants 100 volts. Now, I don't know how you get isolated, too. It has to be coming from an isolation transformer. So if that isolation transformer you have is putting out 100 volts, then I would say you're safe to plug the 20EZ into that. And then also, by default, like you said, you need that inverter board because the Nintendo games, all the colors are inverted, right? And you don't need the inverter board. But on the 20EZs, a lot of them have the inverter board on it, which then inverts the colors. So I'm trying, yeah, because on the Nintendo games, you can go directly to the monitor and bypass the board. But if you're using non-Nintendo games, you have to go through the inverter board so the colors get flipped back to the right way as they go to the monitor. So anyway, Scott, I see no reason why you can't use a 20EZ with the pole position. You just need to use the inverter board, and you need to make sure that you're really getting 100 volts isolated voltage to that monitor. I don't know what would happen if you put 110 or 120 isolated. Can it handle it? I don't know. I wouldn't want to take the chance. I wouldn't do that. I would make sure it's 100 volts. So I see no reason why you couldn't do that. You know what you could do too, just to kind of get some information, I would look at the Dragon Spirit manual, just to see what they're doing in that game, to make the 20EZ work. I don't know, just an idea. Because that would give you a glimpse into how other non-Nintendo companies were handling that monitor. All right, next one here is from Bill. Hey, John, I'm taking a little... All right, so I got a lot of comments, a lot of emails about me doing this barcade thing, or beercade, beer arcade. You know, Barcade in Brooklyn has the trademark on barcade, so you can't say that. So you can't put that in print anywhere. They own that. So we gotta call it a beer arcade or a beercade. I don't know. But I've been getting a lot of comments. A lot of you guys were shocked that I did this. But listen, what is really changing down here? 3 games left. That's it. 3 games left this basement, okay? Yes, they were really good games, but 3 games left. There's still over 30 games down here. John's Arcade is alive and well. I need to replace these 3 games. If you notice, we have games in the garage. It's not a problem. So I've been getting a lot of comments like that John's Arcade, rest in peace, and blah, blah, blah. We're okay, guys. And honestly, I need this challenge, okay? And I've always wanted to do this. And really, how else am I going to find out if I can actually do this and pull this off without actually trying? I want to try to do this. I want to make this a success. I like the idea of this challenge, all right? And my friend Jay too. So this is all positive. But I've been getting a lot of comments. A lot of people shocked. A lot of people saying, actually, I'll read this one. This came up a lot. You guys really don't miss a thing I say on this channel, too. He says, I've been watching all... Okay, hey, this is from Bill. Hey, John, I'm still taking a little that your games are in the public domain. I have been watching all the updates. This may be a dumb question, but did you change all of your locks? You have said many times in your videos exactly which lock you use. I am sure people are honest where you are, but I'm from Chicago. I'm from the Chicago area. I know you are aware there may be 1 or 2 dishonest people in my area. No one who watches your videos would steal from you. Keep up the great work. Hope to visit your barcade for Brofest, Bill. So, okay, yes, everyone, this came up a lot. All the locks are changed, okay? I'm not using my standard lock at all. So, the locks are not the same lock that you guys know. And it's funny because you guys really do pay attention to everything I say. You guys knew exactly what lock that I use, and no, we did not use that lock in the arcade. So, I'm trying to think of the other questions that kept coming up. I don't know. A lot of you guys were really shocked that I put Ghostbusters there. That was the biggest one. You guys could not believe I put Ghostbusters. Okay, so that was the toughest decision. However, Guys, that is the most replaceable game in my collection. They are still making Ghostbusters, okay? So if all of this works out the way I hope, we'll be getting another Ghostbusters, maybe for the basement, maybe a premium or an LE, because I really love the game. But we really needed that heavy hitter at the beercade, sorry. And really, it seems like that's the star of the show right now. That's the game that's getting the most quarters. So I think it was a good move. I think it's going to pay off, and maybe we can get another Ghostbusters for the basement, maybe even a better one, okay? So, again, that's the most replaceable game down here. I'm not going to put computer space there. No, and actually, no one would play it. That game would not earn a cent. I'm not going to put Quantum there. Again, rare game. And also, it's not going to earn. It's not going to make any money. So, this one's from Damo. Hey, John, it's me, Damo. I just gotta say, when I saw the last episode of you moving some of your games out, I thought to myself, what is he doing? Has he lost his mind? Once the episode was over, then I began to realize what a brilliant idea this is for the show. Way to go, brother. Way to keep us wanting more. I cannot wait for upcoming episodes. You're a better man than me. If I had your arcade in my basement, I would share it. I wouldn't share it with anyone. And I would die a happy hermit. Now you have room down there to pick up a Galaga or a Berserk. I do. Can't wait to see what's next. P.S. John's Arcade up there with All in the Family, This Old House, and Seinfeld. So thanks, Damo. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that you... I don't really know why. There's not a master plan here. I don't have a master plan. I just like the idea of this new challenge. It's going to keep things fresh and interesting for me, and I really wanted to try it. And really, Jay and I found the right place to do it, the right guy, and it's just everything made sense, so I had to go for it, guys. And it's going to be fun. We're going to be going there a lot, trying to fix stuff. I got to actually figure out how to film there. I need to get a different tripod, a smaller one I can keep in my car, because today was it was just too hard to do it with one hand. We're going to film more there, though, so assuming you guys want to see that. All right, the next one here is from Steven. All right, this is a little bit of a long one. I'm getting parched. Steven says, hi, John. I just stumbled onto your YouTube channel, and I'm loving your in-depth videos on classic arcade games. I especially enjoyed your rebuild of the Mad Planet's power supply. Well, thanks. That seems like a long time ago to me. My question is about purchasing a classic Q*bert. I'm a first-time buyer, and I really want to get an original, fully functioning Q*bert cabinet. I don't mind replacing a few components if necessary, since I'm pretty comfortable with a soldering iron. So far, my search has led me to eBay, where most original Q*berts are listing for $2,500 to $3,000 before shipping. That feels a little steep to me, so I was wondering if you could suggest other places to find one in working condition. I started checking out some auction sites, but I haven't had much luck yet. Would you suggest buying on auction, and if so, is it best to do it in person to check out the condition first? I don't want to end up buying something and getting it shipped if it turns out to need major repairs. Is there a typical amount of money you would be willing to spend fixing up an arcade game? Thanks for the hours of entertainment and informative videos. Steven from LA. All right, Steven, this is a tough one to answer because Q*bert is a hot game. Everyone knows Q*bert. Everybody wants Q*bert. So to get a Q*bert cheap, you're going to have to really hunt for one, really, on Craigslist. That's going to be your best bet, Craigslist, okay? But this is the kind of thing where you have to look every single day, every hour, every 2 hours to find that deal. Find the person that has a Q*bert in their basement. It's been down there for 15 years, and now it's for sale. It's like, get it out of here, okay? That's the only way you're going to find the deal. If you have a guy that knows what it's worth, he's going to try to get the $2,500 to $3,000, but I don't know. I mean, this kind of stuff is hard, especially when you're looking for one single title, okay? It's very easy to overpay when that happens, you know, because a lot of times I'm not looking for anything in particular, and I just happen to see it on Craigslist and I jump on it. It's like, oh, I kind of been wanting that game. I haven't really been thinking about it, but there's the deal. Let's go get it. So it's hard to just go out and just focus on one game. Another thing I would suggest, and strongly suggest, is join KLOV, KLOV.com, okay? Join the Arcade Museum, the KLOV forum, KLOV.com, and go in there and search for the for sale posts, and also make a wanted to buy post. And I would bump that as often as you have to, because really, buying from another collector is going to be your best bet. And then also, I do want to tell you about the J-Rock board, okay? So J-Rock is a guy that makes modern FPGA replacement boards. and he has made a Q*bert board, okay, that has, I think, a few Gottlieb games on one board. I think it's got Mad Planets and Q*bert. But anyway, this is a one-to-one. It's not emulation. It's FPGA, and it plays exactly the same as Q*bert. And you could buy that board, a modern board, and then also go buy a reproduction Q*bert cabinet over at arcadeshop.com. That would be one way to get the Q*bert that's really close to authentic. And then also with the J-Rock 2, if you start searching on Craigslist and you start getting a really good eye for this stuff, you might find a game that was converted to something else and was originally a Q*bert. That's going to be your cheapest route. Like, say you go on Craigslist and you're just searching for arcade games generically, using my search term that I have at the John's Arcade Forums, and let's say you find like a 1943, right? And you look at it and you realize, oh my God, that's a Q*bert cabinet, right? That would be a great restore cabinet. You know, buy that for 50 bucks. You got the Q*bert cabinet. Go get the J-Rock board. The thing's already been converted to JAMA. Just plug that board in and bam, you got instant Q*bert. Now, of course, the joystick is unique to Q*bert, so that's going to be hard to find. The artwork's all reproduced. So you have a bunch of different avenues, right? You can get a repro cabinet with J-Rock and build one from scratch. You can find one that was converted to another game and deconvert it and using either the original parts or the J-Rock, or you try to buy one from a collector like on KLOV.com. You know, I would expect that a good price for a Q*bert right now is in the neighborhood of $1,000. To me, that seems like a lot to spend, but just based on what I'm seeing, that seems to be the collector price. I certainly didn't pay that much for mine. I think I paid $400 for mine like 7 years ago, but when I bought mine, it was broken, it was dead, it wasn't working. I got lucky though, it was just the interlock switch. I brought it home and pulled the interlock out and the thing fired right up. So anyway, Steven, I hope I helped you and gave you some options there and some ideas as to what to do. But I think when you're searching for one game, it's very easy to get impatient and overpay. So you just have to decide if you're willing to wait or if you want it now. And if you want it now, you're always going to pay more. That's just the reality of this hobby and probably any hobby out there. So anyway, guys, that's it for the show. Again, 20% off your entire order at iankellogg.com using coupon code CyberJohnWeek until end of day Monday. And then also get your t-shirt until December 8th at johnsarcadeshirt.com. And by the way, thanks to everyone that has ordered shirts so far. I haven't checked in the last day or two, but I think we're around 130, 140 shirts, which is a lot of shirts, guys. And I know this is the third time we've done it, so thanks, guys. I'm sure you guys are buying these shirts again, even though you bought them before. So thank you very much in advance for supporting the channel. And then also, you know, we're into December here, so I'm looking forward to doing a lot of videos in December because I'm going to take some time off and maybe we'll try to do a video like every day for a week or something down here because I really want to get caught up in the basement. And then also, hopefully, the hangar kind of stabilizes and I don't have to go there every day to fix stuff. We'll see how this all pans out because I have no idea. But we got to put the basement back together and we got to bring some games down here. So we'll see. I really need to get another pinball machine like right away because I don't like this right here at all. It's, you know, having one pinball is not good. I need at least 3 down here. But here's what's going to happen, though. I'm going to buy a pinball machine. I'm going to be like, oh, it should go to the hangar. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I need to buy pins that I know aren't good to be played, like the EM stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for the video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And by the way, comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff. And, you know, comment down below and thumbs up and tweet and share and whatever. So anyway, that's it. We'll see you very soon. Check out my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com and YouSuckShow at YouSuckShow.com. All right, we'll see you very soon, guys. Later and bye.